God
Hang on.
damn.
Now I must link the stream. Alright, we are on. That's good. Copy link. My heart is racing at 9 trillion miles per hour, I just want to say. Okay. Are we all good? Are we all good? Every player ready?
We're just figuring something out at the moment.
Okay.
So are we on a
We are on air, yes. Wait, hang
alright.
on. Hang on.
Post
Okay. I think we're on. Okay, we're on. I have.
bruh.
You don't understand the pain I've just went through.
Damn. I'm gonna have it open in another window to see the
Okay,
viewers.
so currently, yep, we're on air, and I hope that everything's okay. We're all good.
We should be fine.
Should be okay. Now,
We're just
what's this
waiting at the
controversy about
moment.
then?
So there's a guy, OPV.
Oh yeah, I see OPV. Yeah.
His peak last season was GM,
Oh yeah, I see that. But
but now
it's this
but
season
this
now.
season he's legally eligible. So there's a
So
big controversy
Limerence
over him
IDO, they have
sandbagging.
a problem with that. I think is that what I'm
Yeah,
assuming. Okay.
an accusation of sandbagging.
You cannot deny that does look quite suspicious, but it's
It does, but it's like
nothing we can do
loophole.
really, is there? Um, so OPV is fine. The
Everyone's fine.
controversy?
I've already done all
Okay,
of
everyone's
this,
fine. Cool, cool,
but we
cool.
don't know.
Who's
uh,
Dyslexia? Was he a new player signed?
Probably.
I never saw him
They've
before.
had a bunch
Limerence.
of roles changed.
I've just realised I'm the one streaming, so everyone sees what I see. I'm not used to this.
Yeah, everyone can see what you see.
Okay, I'll just keep it on here. Then you just check everyone through. They're probably all
Wait.
okay. And so both teams having a strong showing in their semi-finals games. Florida going 3-0, winning it all straight away, while Limerence going 3-1 against Raiders. Both teams just swept through their competition. Limerence having a bit more trouble, but not too much, in my opinion.
There's been a little bit of like Limerence have been kind of unlucky. A few of their players have gone over the SR
Yeah,
tier
they're
the
missing some of
tier
their
SR limit,
players,
so they're going to be
and
playing off roles, which probably would make them slightly weaker.
but still, the introduction of Jason into this lineup is definitely something that definitely increasing their synergy, making them play much better. Because usually when IDO have been playing throughout the season, recently at least, they haven't been playing him. They've been playing Lumariella, who is a mainly Mercy player, where they played around that far Mercy. But with Jason, we might be seeing different comps now. So hopefully,
We're just waiting on the verdict to see if OPV
yeah,
is able to play.
OPV a player I don't think who's played yet. Um, yes, I don't think he's played in the league
Sorry,
game.
sorry for the delay, everybody watching, but I mean, this is a bit of a big deal. It's kind of the
Yeah,
Grandfinals, so
and yeah, so
we're waiting for a moderator of the league to log on
yeah, and
and
once
check the
that's done,
stats.
I feel like he might get away with it. He probably will because he's in legally allowed, but there may be some form of thing that will come in to stop like that happening, sandbagging per se,
Yeah.
because
I'm expecting a pretty good game here.
Yeah, definitely. Both
I
teams looking strong. Florida with
Yeah.
their double shield comp, and Limerence with their more Rhine
They can
D.Va.
play. They're quite versatile.
Yeah, definitely. And if they want to bring in OGC for that Far Mercy comp, which they ran yesterday on Iconwall, they may do. And
Well, OGC, he was meant to be in the Stein lineup, but he said he had to go do something, which is
oh,
why OPV has come in. So it might just be a case of waiting
okay. OGC is
for
now back,
OGC.
so they're going to put him in for OPV if he can't play at least.
If so, yeah,
So what I'm assuming is here is they've been scrimming with him a lot more, and they probably prefer him over OGC, but they wanted to save him for a big team because their games have been, not gonna lie,
yeah,
kind of
we can only
easy
guess.
because their run to the grand finals was against LA Assassins, if I do believe so, if I'm correct here, and Boomers. Um, Both teams, LA being a newer team, so you can't really fault them for falling to Florida. If I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I believe that's how it went. Sorry, and then what is it against Boomers? Just completely rolled through them.
Yeah,
Uh,
Boomers haven't been performing
Up to
up
par
to
with what they
a good
could.
standard.
Yeah.
So
And Limerence in their quarters facing against. Who did they face? Hmm. Did Hang on? Did Limerence face anyone in their quarters? They did. I just can't recall.
uh, I'm
Um.
not sure. Check.
Well, nothing's been put on.
Huge. But
They.
alright, so the OPV has been solved, we've just subbed him out, and
Okay.
OGC is back in.
And the staff will be looking over it during the first map to see if he's allowed to play. One of Florida's players has left though. Um, Wonder what that's about.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Um, One of Florida's
Okay.
players, X42, has left. I think.
I think it was Sword that left, was it not?
Oh yeah, no, Sword, but I'm pretty sure X42 is in the lineup also. So I don't know.
Alright, we're just gonna get a moderator in here, just watch over the game in case any more scandals happen.
Scandals.
I mean, that's what they are. For being professional.
Yeah, professional. Um, Yeah, Sword did DC, so we're gonna have to wait for him to come back online. Um, have you added X42?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And now we wait on the players to get in here, Sword to turn back his internet or whatever problem is there, and I believe we should be able to kick this on the road. It's grand finals against Limerence versus Florida. Shame we have DCs ruining it and scandals, as you said, but what can you do? Hmm. It's a bit difficult to carry on the conversation when we spoke about everything we can, but let's look at the starting lineups here. Let's
Big
try and
stool.
let's try and assume what is Stein Soup, one of the I'm pretty sure either captain or co-captain for Limerence. Um, he's a main healer. He tends to play more Baptiste, if anything. Whereas the Jason comes out with I'd say, like Zen picks, but looking at his stats, he's more of a tank player, but last game he played healer. The tank line is Sin Army and Choyobin, as assumed.
No,
Choyobin.
Choyobin is not playing tank.
Is he not?
He's ineligible
Oh,
for tank play. It's sad. He's only 3.
that
SR
is
above.
unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
But his DPS
Maybe
play,
if he didn't play that one game.
he does sometimes play DPS for them. I've seen it happen where he's put on that pharmacy. So the tank line may be Jason and Tsunami then, I think. Going off stats, because Jason is eligible on. Sorry, what is it? Tank, and that means I'm confused then.
We don't know. We'll just have to see when we get into
we'll
game.
see when we get in, but I assume Sinami were playing that main tank. Deadshot and Choyobin, maybe the DPS duo, but
Deadshot's on support.
oh yeah, because Dyslexia is not eligible to play a support. This is a this is something. Alright, put in 4224.
What?
Hot
No,
bar?
he's a mod.
OPV will not be allowed to play in this
OPV
game. So
cannot play.
that is quite unfortunate for Florida, who probably built a strategy around that. But you know, you must follow the rules if you'd like to play, I guess. Yeah. Due to suspicions of cheating, and after mods have looked over the stats with previous evidence, they believe he shouldn't be allowed to play. And so Limerence have got their way. He will not be allowed to play. I'm a bit of a poet and I didn't know it. But so I wonder how Florida will play around this. Are they going to stick with OGC in this lineup? I assume so. But
Give me a minute. Oh shit. Alright.
alright.
So X42 plays, yeah. So I believe everything should be fine to go.
Okay. Yeah, so the starting lineup for Florida has been changed a bit due to problems, so it's now OGC in. And X42, I think he's going to be playing that DPS role, whereas our
It's
special...
either DPS or support. I think he's playing support for Sword as he keeps lagging out, or she keeps lagging out.
There is a high chance of that, as if Sword does keep lagging out, then that will be a problem for the game, because stopping and starting won't be the best thing. And now we are waiting on confirmation to start the, game. First round on Oasis. Nothing's, almost 25 minutes in.
Alright,
Well, 15
so
actually.
Limerence are ready. We're just waiting on Florida for the go.
And Florida are not ready yet. I assume they're waiting on Sword. I think.
No, I think.
They're just not ready.
I wonder if X42 are just playing and they haven't played with him much, maybe, and they're just figuring some stuff out.
So now we get to stall for longer with things we don't know. Alright, Sword is here, so X4... No,
Sword
Razor.
is back, yeah.
Wait, Razor. So I think that's X42.
Yeah, X42.
Yeah. Okay. And now the lineup is complete. And hopefully... we're, ready. This has been not scuffed, very clean, very quick. Very
As you
efficient.
can see, we are very efficient here.
Yeah,
Alright, everybody's ready. So, a little introduction. My name is Hotbar. I'm joined alongside Connor. Will be your casters today for the Tier 2 Grandfinals in the Pointblank League.
The two teams playing are once again Florida Failures and Limerence ID0, not IDO.
I don't know how they want it pronounced, man.
I hope it's IDO. That's much easier for me to say.
So our first map will be Oasis, and we'll be in Gardens for the first round.
Yeah.
I believe this is Gardens, right? Gardens, City Centre,
And University. Oh,
University. Yeah, this is Gardens.
I probably should have that. Sorry, write down per se of maps and nearing the start. Not nearing the start, showing what heroes are being played. And it appears both teams are going for very different comps.
Ooh, yeah. ID0 going for that Pharmacy Ryan Zarya comp, whereas Florida going for that kinda bunker comp with the double shield,
Yeah,
with the Reaper and Brig
both
and
teams
stuff.
playing to their strengths here with the double shield bunkery style on the side of Florida, whereas Limerence sticking with this brawl pharmacy comp. And this Brig pick, I wonder if is it for the Reaper while he's flanking, and here we are, Florida taking both teams, not seeing
Florida
each other
just
yet.
going straight to the point, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Once they realise that that far is there, they're gonna have to be so careful.
And look how careful IDO are playing around these corners. The high ground, as I say that though, the Baptiste for the side of Florida picked off early by Choi Urban.
I feel like at the moment here, IDO have an advantage here.
Yeah, definitely getting that first pick
Florida,
onto that healer.
that pharmacy.
And now Florida dropping down. Brigitte only the only healer, sorry. But as I say, like Jason on that Zarya falling low, and Stein Soup is picked off by OGC.
So now the Pharah's on her own, which makes it quite a bit easier to play.
But Limerence taking this fight now, and now they're just going to clean up. And Sin Army 93% of that shatter already, and with Deadshot nearly at that nano boost, this could be just a quick fight, easy for Limerence.
Yeah. I feel OGC should switch to another hit scan, maybe like
probably
I don't know, an Ash or something, to just put more pressure on the Pharah, because with the Reaper, sure, you're getting damage done to like the Reinhardt and stuff, but
and Sword bringing out his Sen probably to put more pressure on the Pharah with their discords, but
yeah,
our special is gonna have his work cut out for him, especially with the way that Choi Urban is playing around these rooftops, around these corners. And Florida deciding to come in through main right now. OGC TPing.
It just means one trick is going to have to do so much more work on healing.
And big shot coming out, 4 down. But as I say that, the only
doesn't get anybody with it.
The only person to die is the Reinhardt getting the shatter. But Choi Urban with a barrage getting 2, with also picking off Mercy, 1 trick at the dart. And
Choi Urban saying, fine, I'll do it myself, getting himself a 4k there.
But the Pharmacy is picked off late into that fight, so if Florida do regroup quickly, they may be able to take just run into this fight. But
I'm not sure. Florida don't have a Lucio, so I feel like Pharah will have the advantage with the concussion blast.
And the Grav is nearly out for the Zarya on the side of Limerence. He is 95%, and the Nano Boost is still ready for Deadshot. This could be brutal, and Sword still hasn't built his trans yet, so it's difficult to say how this will go.
The amount of volts that Florida have, I feel like they could get a lot done, but Choi Hyobin gets one off. Gibby Wills picking off both the Pharah and the Mercy,
and now
turning into a hit scan.
But ult's being used unnecessarily, the Graffiti Foot's being wasted, almost, not getting anyone, and now it'll be Jason alone to stand as his last team's, not 99, but 97 is still
desperation. Desperation there. I wouldn't want to lose this. This map, the first map, is always so important in the grand finals like this.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's first to 4 or 5. And that just means it's going to be such a long
one
game.
trick picked off straight away. This could be brutal for Florida. They only have the Zenyatta heals. Yes, he has trans, but he's falling low now with no one to heal.
Supercharger being used. OGC getting stunned out of his Death Blossom. That could have been massive with the Halt as well.
And it's
very unlucky.
It's now all on Sword with his trance to save the game. Choi Urban nearing that transcendence. Not transcendence, barrage.
That's it, but OGC does also fall.
OGC seem to be getting picked off a lot of these fights, and now no big stun by our special.
Hyobin
and Sword taking down.
And Sword taking it.
Sword just playing work into his own hand. Aye. And now it seems to be a clean-up for Limerence, but Sword is saying no, he still wants this fight, but Sin Army just squashes him down. Shatter out on
the solo
OGC.
shatter.
And now ult's being used because it is the last fight, and it's up to our special to get touching here, but he's slept and he's going to get picked off quickly. No one can touch, so this first round does go to Limerence IDO, 100 to 57.
It did get quite close. I feel like the pharmacy was the big change there.
Yeah, because Florida could not adapt. They couldn't get onto the hit scan with OGC because he wanted to stick that Reaper, keeping that ult alive. And by the time he got the ult off, he just got stunned out of it. And it was last fight territory.
But here, I feel like Pharah's a bit more constricted, if that makes sense, because it's all inside. And I guess if you could play corners here, but as expected, OGC goes onto the Ashe for the double hit scan, just to put so much pressure on the Pharah.
It seems Sword might be going onto this Mercy for OGC, so he can have more impact on this Pharah, which is IDO is sticking with.
But right now, I feel like Florida's tanks have the advantage over IDO's.
On this map especially. But as I say that, the Limerence IDO tanks can get to the point quicker, setting up ground. And OGC
Mash
instantly pick onto Choban.
Just picking off Choban, who does get res.
Res out
but
immediately.
If he can keep that up.
Yeah, this comp of Florida is definitely going to excel here. And Pharmacy, especially in these close quarters battles, their brawl comp would have worked if they decided to almost play more together, if you know what I mean?
Jason and Sin Army do mirror Tactical and Gibby in the tank line, which is very understandable.
These now complete mirrors of each other. No real differences between the Sin Army falling low before the fight even starts.
Have we found the PlayStation meta?
This may just be, and it may happen. It may happen so that Florida win this fight with their ultimates currently ready. Like OGC with massive 2k on Sin Army and Dyslexia, and I think they just have to back out now. Choyover falling low.
OGC going crazy on the Ashe.
Yeah. Now they're just
Doesn't look
aggressing
like it
forward,
can be stopped.
trying to get any late pickoffs into the fight, and it is OGC once again finding another pick on the healer this time, stalling it out even further, and I don't know. Can he be stopped? Can they stop this man? And res used early by Limerence. Could this cost them?
Matched to get in that Bob. The ults are just so heavy on the side of
but
Florida.
Broccoli does get a pick onto.
Oh, and Dyslexia getting 2 for himself as well.
Yeah, and I feel like this
Ults
might be a
are gonna
quick
have
fight
to be
win.
used here.
Yeah, and it's just a clean up for Limerence.
And it's just been turned on its head by Choban, Jason, and Dyslexia.
Yeah, the flank they was taking, they were getting picked off by OGC in the start, but OGC sending out that Bob, trying to focus on the main fight, it just let them run wild. Now,
I feel like if Florida get this back, we're in one fight territory for them to even up the score. So,
and if Florida are
IDO
smart here
do need
and
to
don't
defend.
use all their ults, they definitely could be taking this round, putting us to a third map. High Noon is used by...
Ooh, special picks of Troy, but I feel like the res is going to come out.
Res is out. Picks on both
Good
sides.
Flux, picking up
big
3.
flux, and it takes down OGC, and this is just a fight win for Limerence. Choi Hoban getting pick after pick, just cleaning up. Stein Soup picking one up for all himself on the Mercy.
It sucks because with the Gravitic Flux, Deadshot, sorry, Mercy, he put down the Immortality field, but it only managed to save the tanks, and OGC was just stranded.
He was super unlucky being outside that range. And now Florida coming in this with, and Choi Hoban picks off OGC before the fight starts. And Sword has switched over
dynamite.
Sword switching over to his comfort pick on Zen, hoping to make a difference here, and it could do that with the Discord, especially with the buffs that came out.
It just depends, like, what's better. This will decide what's better, the power boost or the Discord.
Yeah. Gibby is ready with this Gravitic Flux. Will they do the pull Flux combo? But
if they do, then I feel like they'll be able to win the fight.
Yeah, but Deadshot and Choi Hoban again
Gibby
with another
falls.
pick. Now with more
they're able to do that at the moment.
More percentage on the point than Florida did. And now, final fight territory for Limerence IDO to take this first map. And
They need to wait for Gibby to come
Oh,
back.
but
I feel
OGC
like...
does get the pick onto Dyslexia. Bob sent out by Choyobin.
That could be the opening.
Yeah,
Could be the
window
opening
used.
needed.
But they do need to get onto the
Bob's
point, though.
been used in the
They need to
back,
get onto
though.
the point.
Choi
No one's on the
Hyobin
point.
going crazy.
Oh, and OGC, but
Gets
going crazy himself,
killed.
though. Netting kill after kill. And it's now up to our special against the entire team, and I don't think anyone can touch her. And this is a map win for Limerence, sorry. And 2-0.
Definitely.
But it was close. It was 100 to 56 and 100 to 70 something. So Florida are showing signs of life, but Limerence seeming better at closing these games off. And
Choi Hyobin, yeah.
yeah,
Getting this play of the game. It was the 4K, right? Yep.
yeah. Immortality used
It's
early,
very good.
so it allowed him to just go in and tactical broccoli stuck in the corner, evidently, and it just let him clean through the team, and that'll be the first round, 1-0 to Limerence.
You thought I was out of this line of business,
Okay, so yeah, Limerence well on their way to winning this. 1-0
Yeah,
up.
looking very strong there.
So the second map for today will be Numbani. Thoughts?
This definitely gives them more space to run this pocketed Ash comp, which both teams seem to like. But it also gives Choyobin space on that Farah. And if he can play
Yeah.
around these corners and make sure not to peek OGC, who has been obviously a very good Ash throughout that series, and appears a sub coming out maybe? For Florida. Gibby obviously leaving the lineup. Oh, Gibby's appears to be having internet problems, which seems to be a reoccurring theme. So
Maybe that's a reason that Florida performed slightly worse than Limerence.
could be.
Because internet is a huge thing here.
Especially on that off tank roll where he has to time his pulls, rocks with the pulls from Broccoli. So, yep. So we get to sit here and wait a little more. You know.
So now it's just a case of waiting for
Yeah, it's just waiting.
Gibby to come back. So in that last game, it was very close. Like the first round, we saw Choi Hyobin come out on that Farah with was
Yeah.
it Deadshot on the Mercy? Or
I
I'm not too sure.
I believe it was Deadshot because Stein was on the Baptiste, wasn't he? Because he's
Yeah.
more a Baptiste player.
And for the whole of the first round, I'm not sure why, but OGC stayed on the Reaper.
Yeah.
Maybe it was something they practiced, but it didn't work out too well for
Definitely
them.
not.
But once our special took down Choi Hyobin, I think they pushed in like really aggressively, and the tanks that IDO were playing, the Ryan Zarya, they can't really they crumble under that pressure.
Yeah.
They don't have the sustain that the double shield has. So I feel like that's kind of where it went wrong for IDO. If the pharmacy didn't fall in that round, it would 100% like just been 100-0.
Yeah.
But on that second round with Mash switching to the Ash, it just put so much pressure on Troy, and Mash clearly, like you saw, hitting so many headshots.
Yeah.
So
And-
forcing Troy Hyobin to also switch onto the Ash, and that kind of made it a fair game. But I feel like, who was playing? Was it Jason was on the Sigma? I think it was the Sigma difference for both teams.
Yeah, because as weird as it sounds, Limerence wanted to play that Ryan Zara comp, but it seemed that they looked more practiced somehow on the double shield than Florida, who favours it, which is a weird thing, and it just shows the depth of this roster.
Versatility.
Yeah, the depth
Yeah.
and the versatility of these players. That Choi Hyobin, a usual off-tank player, is playing this DPS role, and he's standing up to DPS players on their main role. And obviously, Florida do have the I'd say disadvantage of probably practicing with OPV, but he has been found, a stinky cheater. Can't say that's a joke.
Jeez. Well, from that, we are able to push on. Both teams have said that they're ready to go into our second map, which is Numbani.
And the current standing
And we-
is 1-0 to Limerence. And can they make this 2-0, or will Florida be able to tie out our series? I wonder. Oh. Oh, there we are. And I believe it is. I believe it's Limerence on the defense, if I am reading this correctly. If not, that's pretty sad. But
On the defense, yeah, I think it's Limerence defense.
yeah, so if Limerence
Blue
are
usually
on
defense.
if Limerence are on the defense, and that means that obviously gives them more advantage with this Pharmacy comp. Yeah. Oh. OGC might bringing out his own Pharmacy here.
Have the roles been reversed?
Maybe so, if Choi Hoban goes onto that Ash. And yeah, the roles definitely have been reversed, with Deadshot on the Zenyatta. No, never mind, on the Brig. This is role reversal, fancying each other's game plan.
But Jason and Tsunami, yeah, sticking on the double shield, realizing that if they play the Ryan Zarya,
they'll just get run over.
they'll just get outdone.
And yeah, Choi Hoban definitely has an advantage here though against OGC, because OGC will have to play more careful against the open sightlines Choi Hoban will be given of this defense. And whilst also having dyslexia on the soldier, more pressure on that Pharah, it won't do him any favours. Now Florida decided to take this high ground with OGC on the flank, pressuring the Baptiste of Limerence, and
Tsunami does fall.
Yeah, picked
That's
off
a
early.
massive pick.
Immortality used early as well. Stein Super gonna get that res off. That is very risky, but it works.
Choi Hyobin picking off OGC as well.
And this is a fight. This might be a fight win for Limerence. These picks coming out, despite losing their Orisa in the first point.
I have no clue how Florida just let
the coordination
Limerence
though.
the rest of there.
The coordination though, the immortality sent out onto the death spot of Tsunami allowed for Steinsu to go in for that res uncontested, because no one decided to pressure the immortality.
Just cleaning up. Look how close he is to that Bob after the first fight, already at 90%.
Because OGC was playing that Pharah, he's only at 13% on his Bob.
Oh, he's on the Ash now.
Yeah.
Again, mirroring Choi Hyobin.
Sword is closer onto the window though, due to his team taking a lot more damage. And now both teams meeting up top once again. This time though, Pharah pressuring the sides, and once again a pick off.
Yeah, a pick.
And Steinsup going in for the res, immortality, and it's the same thing. Florida still
and it just works for a second
Choi Hoban
time.
Is left, but Choi Hoban is left alone, allowing for OGC to deal with him with his own pocket.
I wonder if they planned it this time.
Yeah,
if so, that was crazy good coordination.
Yeah, and now Limerence falling back onto the point.
The high
Florida
ground
holding this high ground.
And that gives them the advantage instantly.
Dyslexia and Steinsup though on this flank on the staircase right next to him, a very risky place. Window out for
the window's
Dyslexia.
out.
But it does no good.
Gets one.
Yeah.
I see what they were trying to do, and if that
coming
worked,
out for the side of Limerence. Limerence getting pick after pick, maybe allow them to snowball this. And Visor is out, but
everybody trading here. Our special just
Jason
going
taken,
insane.
yeah. And now Tsunami hiding away, allowing Mercy to heal him. Our special taking him out on the
Bob's
ball.
being chucked out, but he is off of the point.
But Limerence can still win. Limerence may have won this fight off the back of...
just the supports are alive.
Yeah, the support's keeping Tsunami alive for the majority of that. Just won them the fight with that sustain.
And somehow they managed to hold. But the rest of Florida are back. And Limerence are only just coming back.
Yeah.
This could spell trouble for them.
Definitely.
Bob's on the point, forcing them to fall back.
And now that Graphic Flux brought in allowed them to go in. The Immortality, Immortality melted down, which Florida seemed to struggle with. Limerence obviously coordinated in that effort, but our special does take down Choi Hoban. Our special coming into his own this map, allowing but Steinstup gets the res off because everyone's distracted, and now this is looking like another Limerence fight win. But then
Gibby
gets
two
a 2K,
with the flux.
And now it's up to Dyslexia and
It's just
Steinsup.
the tanks, but Mashed is the only one there. He gets a shield put in his face. He might get staggered here if he's
Limerence
unlucky.
Bringing these, fights
these
back.
Fights are so close.
Yeah, bringing these fights back from the hair on their teeth. tooth and nail fighting for this point. They don't want to give it up. They want a full hold.
And it looks like that might happen.
Definitely.
Because we've only got 10 seconds left. Florida have to go in on this right side here.
Florida coming in
No
from
one's
the
seen
bottom.
them.
But can
That's
someone...
you have now.
Can they
The
just
Hawk
stop them
comes
touching
out,
the
they
point
will
here?
touch.
No, yeah. Visor out already from
Out with
Dyslexia.
Visor.
Our
Our
special
special
down,
falling,
sword down.
sword.
OGC does take
Mash
down
gets
Star.
one's back.
Yeah, but OGC is getting pick after pick, but he does get picked for himself, and now no one's alive on the side of Florida. This is going to be another win for
And this
Limerence.
round will end with Florida only gaining 41.6% of the capture point.
They do capture a tick though, so they can still win this map.
There is a win condition here, but they just need to mirror Limerence's defense because they held so well. Their clutch potential is just over the roof. They had a 3 against 5 at one point.
Yeah,
And they still won the fight. It's crazy.
it just shows the trust they have in each other, where they can trust to keep all the heals in Tsunami, and he will stay alive. He will play around these corners, and yeah, like just playing carefully and being able to hide and what is it? Sorry.
But yeah, like Florida just clearly they don't have the survivability that Limerence did.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it just shows like they could have won so many fights. But they didn't because just Limerence had the clutch potential. He just hit the shots when they needed to be hit.
Yeah, and it's obviously like this has got to be painful for Florida's mental. They've just been going in fights, getting the first pick, but Limerence is just bringing it back from the edge every time.
The resurrect was massive each time, but Choi Hyobin coming out on this Widowmaker said if I had enough, no more Ashe. Ashe is
Yeah.
for losers. We're playing the
Ashe-
Widowmaker.
Yeah, they are. And now Steinsup going on to the Mercy. Is he going to be pocketing Choi Open on the Widow? This. Oh wait, no.
No,
they got
I'd say the Pharmacy.
yeah, I just realised they have the fire
with the
out.
dive as well, and they probably, I'd say, gonna dive OGC on the Ashe.
Yeah, and
they
there it
work
is.
this,
Out
they can
and,
get
and
it
he's gone. He's gone. He's
instantly
down in
gone.
a second. Yeah, and Gibby falling low
yeah.
up from that Widow, just shotting after shots after shot. But
Our special does pick
Yeah.
off Troy though.
Choi Oben is down and he's now pressuring Dyslexia on the far and does take him down. Steinsup, it's going to be risky to get
The
that res
high
off.
ground is huge here.
And he's just getting the pocket and he's going ham. He's killing another person. Dead shot down. Steinsup, stop it. Going for the res, but Arswell stops it once again.
Somebody stop this man!
And
he
he's
is
got a
going
5k.
insane.
Will they give him a 6k? I believe that was a 6k from our
Our
special.
special.
He killed Choi Oben. He
killed everybody
he
there.
killed
got
everyone,
the
yeah. No, he
the,
did
the
get a 6k.
pharmacy was nothing.
He did. He got. Our
No, I
special
think it
getting
was a
6K.
5k.
No, he killed the baby.
Dyslexia got OGC.
Huh?
Dyslexia killed OGC at the start of that fight. I don't believe it
Our
might have
special
been.
killed Choi Oben, Steinsup, Deadshot, Dyslexia, Tsunami, and killed Jason out of his mech. And now Tsunami
maybe.
going in
But
on this monkey, and he falls off the map, but he does.
Oh, he manages to get back up.
Yeah, and now
Not doing
Dyslexia
as
from
much
the
as he
other side
wants.
coming in with the barrage, taking down Tackler Broccoli, but Deadshot found the bullets of our special and he goes down. Our special getting
Window
another pick
up.
onto Choi Oben. Visor is used by our special, taking down Dyslexia, and he is trying his diddly darn hardest to keep this point alive for Florida. And Bomb is used.
Bomb has come out. I feel
And
like
our
yeah,
special
our
does
special's
fall.
been taken down.
And this definitely puts them at a disadvantage now. Our special being one of their main carries here. And Broccoli just spinning around the point. Dana boost given to Jason on this Diva, going for OGC.
And I think it's just a game of clutch here.
It's a game of stall, and I don't think they'll be able to play it for
Oh yeah,
long.
sorry, store.
Gibby can't touch, no one can touch, and Limerence
And
take
that's
this point. And now
they double their lead over Florida. I feel like it was just the only player on Florida that managed to have
Come
the
alive,
clutch potential
yeah.
that Limerence had was our special.
Yeah, the player
Granted
on
on
the
the
screen.
soldier instead of the McCree, but his hit scan has been really good so
he
far.
has been putting this team on his back time and time again, but his back seemed to break at one point, and his team weren't able to follow through, which obviously, you know, must damage a mental. Like, Well, I know I keep mentioning it, but they're coming so close, the cusping a victory, a map win, just to crumble at the end. And especially for our special getting that 6K, getting like pick after pick after pick, and still.
Yeah, once I saw the 6K, I actually had I thought that they might be able to hold on to it and get the fuller hold.
This final is looking a bit more one-sided than we thought it would be. Can Florida bring it back?
But there's still time. There's
still time.
And on our next map, Volskaya Industries.
Volskaya, this once again a good farmer comp. Sorry.
Yeah, farmer map. Can do well here.
So I have a feeling Florida will try and adapt to this and run a Farah of their own. OGC proven to have a decent Farah, playing it in the semi-finals.
So Florida states that they're ready. We're just waiting on Limerence.
Yep.
Who also say that they're ready. Here we go, going into the third map of the series, Volskaya Industry. Again, it's 2-0 to Limerence. Can we see a comeback?
Yeah, Florida. It goes. Is it best first to 4? If I'm correct.
First to 5, I believe.
First to 5. So. Wait, really?
Yep.
We can get a 9-map series.
We could get more than a 9-map series.
Oh my! This. We are in for something here. If Florida do
grab your
into
popcorn, get your drink, sit down and relax.
And Limerence, they only need 3 more maps. If 2 more, if they win this one, Florida, they've got to start coming back now. Because if not now, then when? And once again, on the side of Limerence, they are running this Widow, Choi Oben. Once again, he didn't get as much effect as he might have wanted.
He did hit some shots. I did see it.
He hit shots, but the pressure from our special just couldn't allow him. So maybe on Volskaya he'll be able to do a lot more, playing around these natural things for his defense. Again, nothing really changing. This double shield Baptiste Zen. It's just.
I'm very surprised if nobody plays Farah here. In the last 2 maps, I think was so much worse for Farah than this one. Like, this map is insane. The amount of space that she can just stop the other team from getting. But we might see a Genji here for the first time this series from OGC.
Genji, yeah.
Which actually is huge. He's got no counters from
really.
Limerence. A very big brain pick.
He has the Ana as well, so they're probably building towards Nanoblade. But if you look how Limerence are playing, just far
they were split
back.
3 apiece from the side, which is really, really good, really clever. But now they're just fighting.
Yeah, and look at the way they're playing, just fighting from the high grounds.
I feel like if Choi Hyobin can get a headshot here, it will change the tide of the fight for them.
Definitely. And Tactical Broccoli feeling the end of one of them headshot, Deadshot sending his volley across the way. But he is quickly and promptly rezzed by Sword, and they go down to the high ground, trying to set up presence on the point.
Rotate onto the point.
Yeah, the pressure from
losing
the Zen,
their high ground, I wonder.
The pressure from the Zen is just astronomical, like leaving them
forcing Tsunami. Oh, what a halt, bringing everybody to the low ground, giving OGC so much space.
Zen, yeah, pressuring that Zen, but Deadshot takes him down promptly.
Deadshot, yeah, just Jason just with the Halt Rock combo. We know how powerful that is.
And now it's
Mercy one trick just left on their own.
And
that will be a really elongated fight win for the Limerence.
Nana Boost nearly out for Mercy one trick, but OGC lacking behind with a 54 onto his Dragon Blade. He's gonna have to start working.
I wonder if the Dragon Blade, the Nano Blade, could save this for them.
It could, but the immortality that Steinsoup has ready, waiting, alongside Deadshot nearly having that trans, which he probably can build in the time. I
think they're going to save trans for the Nano Blade, but Nano Blade can counter trans. You just need to be so careful. But Choi Hyobin,
yeah, and Choi Hyobin going
he's going off.
It's
got the San Francisco shock in his name. Does that mean he's got Anz's power?
It appears so. Clicking ahead like there's no tomorrow. But OGC just got to pick on Dyslexia.
Mashed in the back. getting a pick for himself. Probably either staying back or going back to his team. He's moving on to Choi Hyobin unknowingly.
Yeah, he's on Choi Hyobin now. He is.
Can he get
but
the
he's
kill?
gonna lose that fight to the Widow.
Choi Hyobin
Like,
is going insane here.
I judged his Widow pick beforehand, but he's proving me wrong right now. And OGC's like, look at the pressure he's putting on Broccoli, taking him down low health every time.
No one
And
can hide from my
The
sight.
sight's being used,
Yeah,
and now they
sight's
can
out.
move wet. I feel like in this situation, like usually sights isn't that powerful of an ultimate, but here, in this type of situation, it's
Mercy
massive.
one trick falling low, same as OGC. He is just doing so much on this Widow. The pressure he's putting
Moving
out.
around
OGC
the forklift
one
to
health.
survive.
And Jason Overwatch gets a pick on
Trans
to
has
give it.
been used here.
This could be good for the side of Florida. Now they don't have Trans to worry about when they Nanoblade. And Sword getting some revenge for his team, taking down Choi Hyobin once and for all. And now Deadshot teabagging his fallen comrade into the water.
Oh, is there gonna be? Oh, wow! Sword gets out. I think Limerence were trying to stagger.
Yeah, but
didn't
the
manage
Mercy's
to do it.
glide is just too strong for that.
So now with 5 ults to 0 on the side of Florida, it's now or never. If they manage to fail this, well, I feel like they'll just deserve the loss. But here, I think they only need to use the Nanoblade. I think if they get a good Nanoblade here, they can save their ults and just try and snowball the second fight. Nanoblade out. Gets one.
Stein Soup falling.
But Mercy one trick. Using that biotic nade. Choi Hyobin the last
but
one
Deadshot
alive.
gets a pick onto Sword.
Deadshot is also alive.
And they are
Deadshot
fighting
and
now.
Jason as well.
Wait, hang
Jason
on.
getting 3.
Wait, there's no way they bring this back, right? Broccoli
No,
falling low.
our special just stops
Yeah,
it
our
before
special
anything can
cleaning
happen.
up. Stein's
He's
trying
like,
to get the
alright,
stall.
you had your fun.
But it's
You had your
all for
fun,
nothing,
we're
yeah.
taking this point. But it did force them to use that bongo, which I feel
Yeah.
is massive. Though they still have the ult advantage just by 1. But if they can
But
use
Deadshot
this
nearly
gravitic
got the
flux
trans,
before
though.
the trans, if he could use it before they get the trans,
Yeah.
then it could be the fight win and the snowball that they need to
Get a good
get a
time
good
back.
chance of winning this map.
Yeah, Limerence definitely looking like a better team here, but it could all be brought back with this snowball. And now this Zen just proving to be just and now it is out. And but Gibby is picked
Gibby
off.
Will's just the trans is used, but they didn't need it. I don't feel.
Yeah, but it's obviously just in reaction. Deadshot is taken down though, but it's gonna get instantly rezzed.
Our special has that visor.
Our special getting
He also
pick
gets
after
another
pick,
pick.
but defenders
He's
advantage
going
and their team can't go
crazy here.
in. Yeah, and OGC just gets a late stagger here, and
Oh no, Broccoli
yeah. Oh, Broccoli
just
managed to get out
manages
of
to
that.
get out.
The support from his team is unrivaled, and I feel like they might try this nano visor on the side of Florida. Both ults ready, and our special is proving time and time again he is a good player, and he's definitely doing a lot for this team. Oh, sleep onto Jason though. Jason with this accretion. Sorry.
Gravitic flux.
The score currently is 2-0 to Limerence. And now our special with the visor.
Oh, getting
And he takes
3.
down both Choi Hyobin and Stein. And,
Wow.
And now I think this should be a fight win, or at least a tick of progress for Florida.
Our special with 4.
Yeah.
And you see, Jason actually initiated that fight with the gravitic flux, but
Nana used onto OGC. He nearly has his blade, but he doesn't have it just yet. Blade out. He starts going for cutting, and he's knocked off the map. But
Jason just stalling this point until everybody gets back.
And Bob is
Bob
used
being
by
used.
Limerence. Tactical Broccoli is taken down. Choi Hyobin's Bob taking down OGC. Sword res his Tactical Broccoli midway through the fight, but it seems like Limerence just getting pick after pick. And it's Sigma, it's Anna, and it's probably going to fall to Broccoli, and now it's going to be Sword.
Tsunami wins the Orisa 1v1, and wow. Stops Florida from getting 2 takes there.
Once again, Limerence.
Just by 4%.
Limerence is
now do have the advantage.
clutch potential
Oh,
coming in show right there. Like, they seem to be
I'd
down
take
and
it
out.
back. Florida do have the ult advantage,
Yeah.
but with just the flux, both teams have the supercharger for this last fight.
Gibby
Jason's
coming in
on
with
that
this.
wrecking ball for
Yeah.
the stall, I'm guessing, the preemptive stall. Huge hole slam. That's really clever.
And now Dyslexia gets picked down by our special, and it's up to
The sights being used, but so are the mines, stopping people from getting to the point down mid.
But our special picking off Troy Orbin.
He doesn't care. He just uses the helix. He goes in.
And now 2 ticks of progress now on the point. Jason slamming onto the point, trying to stall for longer. Same with Dyslexia. Post bomb out, gets no one. Immortality on point, stalling. Malt Steinsup gets the res onto Jason for the further stall. And
everybody from Limerence is back. There's 5 on the point.
Yeah. Mercy one trick
Florida
with the
needs some point presence. They need the point presence. They need to push in.
Sword is nearing that beat, but Joy Obid gets the pick onto OGC, sending Bob onto the point. This could.
And Troy Hyobin, he's going in.
And once again, Limerence pulling
he's
a
hitting
fight
shot
back.
after shot after shot, and he cleans up along with Deadshot and Dyslexia. Our special tries his best, getting 3 there at the end, but it isn't enough. His team doesn't follow up, though they do get the first point and 88.7% of the second, which I feel gives them a pretty good chance, but also leaves a win condition for Limerence.
Limerence once again, like, happened twice that round on that second point. It seemed they were down and out. Ults used by Florida, picking off everyone, team wipe almost. And then
I think they were. Oh, go on.
The switch onto the ball, and the res, the uncontested res, like everything seemed to be like coordinated from Limerence. Like, it was
definitely.
It was like watching a working machine in motion.
It's crazy to me because there were, I think, 2 or 3 times in that fight where there were just one person alive for Limerence on the point, and they just got it, make it so everyone got back, and the stall was crazy.
Yeah.
Again, what I was saying earlier on Umbani, the clutch potential that Limerence have is just
it's almost
insane
scary
compared to Florida. It's like they can't be beat. But
they're looking so strong right now.
Florida could hold it. There's still a lot to get here.
If Florida do manage to hold this, it just shows the mental fortitude of their players right now. Like
100%.
Like in this scenario, you're 2-0 down. You've just been stopped getting the second point on Volskaya. Like, you've got to have some form of mental strength, mental willpower if you want to win this. You've got to win this.
Florida playing the same comp that they were playing earlier,
but
with Sword
now
on the same.
Limerence on this Ryan Zarya Pharmacy comp, something they seem to favour.
Something they played this on the Oasis Gardens.
Broccoli's been knocked off, and it's just a clean
should be the
sweep
fight
now.
win.
Yeah. First point for Limerence, taking with ease almost. Unless our special can pull something out of his magic hat, which he's been doing this entire series. No, he gets picked off. OGC does take down Troy Orbin, but
Jason destroys that hat.
And
that should be it. And now with 6 minutes and 10 seconds, they need
coming
88%.
in with this time bank, in comparison to the 2 minutes 30 that Florida came in originally with, that's double the time that Florida had. And now they're on this Ryan Zarya comp themselves, putting Gibby on the main tank, but our special is picked off by Dyslexia, trying the res. He is res, but Troy Owen gets a trick onto, and now, oh no.
Gibby and Broccoli try and mirror the tank line, but it's just not working. Clearly, Jason and Tsunami have practiced
Can
this.
anyone touch the ball coming out from Gibby? Can he get the touch?
Gibby, maybe.
He can't touch on the point, and that's goes to 3.
And it was just that
Florida.
quick. It was that quick for Limerence. There was just too much. That I think this is what they wanted to happen when the pharmacy Ryan Zarya was ran on Oasis, but it didn't. But here it went crazy.
Yeah, no matter what the DPS from Florida did, no matter what the tank line did, no matter what the support line did, Limerence's entire team was there. It was something else. It was like an almost different monster compared to the last few maps where Florida looking close, looking like maybe they can win this, maybe they can. But that map, it just almost stomp from Limerence. Like, no, they didn't lose a fight once on that attack, which is, you
It's
know,
just a huge snowball though. There was no like counter to the Farah. I don't know why they didn't expect it, honestly. I don't know why they didn't run it. It's
yeah,
just very strange, but we are now moving on to our first escort map of the series,
which
is Junkertown.
Oh, this
So
definitely
Choi Hyoben, this just enables Choi Hyoben
to go onto
so
this widow.
much
Yeah,
with this
to
widow.
go onto this widow. And
If he
we haven't
performs,
we
then
haven't
I
seen
think
a widow
this
player
could be
from
curtains.
Florida. We've seen them play with Ash, but they haven't brought out this widow. Maybe they're not comfortable with it.
I kind of want to see our special on this widow. I feel like
Yeah,
he'd be able to do
his
pretty good.
hits
Like his soldier's really good.
And
but-
same as McCree. As McCree was really good. Oh, pardon me. Florida, they're on the edge now.
Yeah, the backs are against the wall. This is it, now or never.
Now or never, indeed. And
We're just waiting for the ready for Limerence.
yep. And this is, you gotta feel some like sorry for Florida coming all this way. Just like beating everyone quickly, efficiently with your double shield comp, just be torn apart by Limerence. This must be hurtful for them.
Must be. Well, now
But-
we move on to our fourth and maybe final map, Junkertown.
And
Now all Florida have left. They need to reverse sweep if they want to win this.
and
I
It's-
kind of want to see it happen, but
oh, they need some form of accomplishment here. They need to take a map at least, like not just for them, but for their mental, their image. They've just this is almost.
well, I mean, I feel like this is kind of how it was destined to be in the league. Limerence,
Top
well, they
dogs.
were they won. I think it was 13-1 in their
Yeah.
games. They won 13 games, only lost once in stage 2, but
Yeah,
against Raiders. But they got knocked
they got
out.
yeah they
by
got their
Limerence.
revenge. They got their
Yeah, they
revenge
got their
against
good
Raiders.
revenge.
And
I think Florida were pretty mid-table. I'm not too sure,
they were near the
but
top, I
they
believe,
performed
something like
pretty well. They did well.
that. Florida were considered a top tier team, and they were considered one of the teams to pose a threat to Limerence's. I don't want to say it, but reign as supreme almost.
Yeah.
And despite the issues that came out on the side of Limerence, their tanks going too high, like they are still dominating. Like nothing happened.
But
this is-
we're coming out here on this attack, and our special on the Bastion.
This bunker comp is curious, but may just be a last-ditch effort. May not even be like a compositional thing. Maybe it's not like the shield.
It's
they're
just
gonna
a
give out,
cheese
yeah.
comp, and both shields are just got our special left alone.
And Choi Orbit
He's
not really
got
getting
them
many
back.
line sight. Line sights here because sight lines, not line sights. Sight lines because of this Bastion and Dyslexia taken down. He's playing this Torbjorn. And now Tsunami going in trying to
Tsunami
pin.
trying to get the pin, but fails.
Could he have got
Unfortunate.
that? He may have just swerved this the next fight, while our special needed to get back. But his team is playing around him. Broccoli with that Fortify and protecting him. Protect this bunker style, this protect president, pirate ship, whatever you want to call it. It's working for the
Yeah.
first point of Junkertown. 5 minutes 35. This is looking like
I
revamped
think-
Florida. But OGC gets
I
picked off.
think that Limerence just need to switch up their comp a little bit. I think drop the Torbjorn, get a Junkrat in there.
Yeah, and this is looking like a whole new dog from what is it? From Florida. My throat is going because, especially because Bastion got practice.
Oh, the
and
sleep
Shatter
onto our
out,
special and the shatter.
but the immortality
He'd
out
be
swiftly.
falling.
And our special now left to rain. Torbjorn on top of his head, Goomba stomping him,
Our
taking
special
him
got
down.
to set up.
But
He got
it's
two
too little, too late.
before he
Yeah.
died, and yeah, too little, too late.
And now
They still push this car, and I feel like they can get this third point uncontested.
And now Choi Orbin onto that Junkrat, like you mentioned, keeping this Torbjorn though, nearing the molten core.
Though I feel like it should have been Dyslexia to switch to the Junkrat because
Yeah.
now mashed. He's just uncontested in these long sight lines.
And
I don't know,
Stein
maybe dead shot, but he has
Discord
to focus on
out
healing.
already. I mean, Discord. Transcendence out, despite the fact Jason nearly has that Graphitic Flux. Tsunami falling low, but going into the Immortality. Yeah, here it is, the Graphitic Flux.
Or
And
our special.
using the tank
He does
configuration,
get healed.
being saved from his inevitable death by the Graphitic Flux. And yeah, that's a quick fight win for Florida.
Our
Troy Orbit-
special saving sword there, who is unbeknownst to the Torbjorn right behind him. But they do manage to get this the
going
second
into
checkpoint.
third with 5 minutes 30. This is pretty much unheard of. This Bastion comp working out for them very well. Limerence changing, trying to switch up, think about what's going to happen here. And the Zen just getting shot after shot in on Tsunami, pressuring him a lot more.
Maybe this molten core could be massive if he just
It
sprays it on
has
the
to
car,
be.
just stopping, leaving no space for our special to set up.
Deadshot needs to get a fat anti here as well, and the window is used. Our special melted down, molten core used by Dyslexia on the
being
flank.
used.
But he's taken down, but I think this is it. Sigma and Bastion, and now OGC falling as well. Tactical Brock are going to follow, and Limerence taking control of the point for the first time in the series.
They've had enough for the Bastion. I see why there's no point in really setting up again.
Yeah, it'll be much
But
more difficult to actually take
Dyslexia
control.
on the Bastion as well, sitting behind. Oh no, not sitting behind, sorry. He's just coming out of spawn with the Bastion, our special switching onto that McCree. Which you've seen him do so much on.
Yeah.
Tsunami is falling. That supercharger is huge coming out from Broccoli.
Yeah, sorry. Gibby coming in with this Graphitic Flux ready. Same with OG on nearing that Bob. Dyslexia being pressured on the Bastion. Oh, he's now on the spinning rotors of death, spinning around, getting sword. And he's taken out by
being
Broccoli.
used gets one, but I think mashed, killing him as well.
Yeah.
Good Flux getting two.
Yeah, Gibby with
killing
that massive.
both, and now it's just Tsunami.
Yeah,
and now it's just a matter of stall.
This time bank for Florida, if they do manage to go in pretty clean, it's huge actually, and no one can contest.
And just the hole.
3 minutes 39.
The hole pulled everybody off the point, and they get just over 3.5 minutes, which is really good for any escort map. But Junkertown, it's so difficult on that second point, just because of how close everything is, how much high ground the defenders have. But with that Bastion, it was unable to do anything about it.
Yeah, and that Bastion just Limerence had no answer to it for the entirety of that map, only managing to win a single fight when they were running that Bastion. It's
I wonder if Limerence will copy it. I wonder if they'll go for the pirate ship as well. Be like, if you're gonna do it, we're gonna do it better.
Like Florida, it's either practiced or that was a desperation player, and the morale boost it's probably given them is, insane.
But Limerence coming out with Dyslexia on the Widowmaker instead of Troy, who is playing the Farah. So I wonder, mashed on the Ash, but our special playing that Hanzo. I wonder. I'm guessing that's to counter the Widowmaker that they know Limerence are gonna play.
Yeah, but it's not Choyobin on the Widow anymore. It's Dyslexia, as you mentioned.
Maybe a different playstyle, different person.
Yeah, definitely. He may be more aggressive on this Widow, while Choyobin was playing back on the Widow, more so on Volskaya. And now Choyobin on this Farah, the best of both worlds. As I say that, Dyslexia does fall low immediately, needing assistance.
Just go back to spawn.
Yeah.
To get healed up, but our special falling Troy Hyobin mashed needs to do a lot. He doesn't even have a mercy pocket this time around. It's just the Discord, and he falls as well. Dyslexia picking off sword, and the DPS just going off.
Dyslexia finding
all they needed to do.
Heads, finds 3 headshot, body shot. It's like he's doing a combo in a fighter game. And another body shot out onto the Zen. He is just taking things into his own hands. You want to run the Bastion on defense? Fine, we'll run Dyslexia.
We'll run the Widowmaker, but our special has said, well, if you're going to run the Widowmaker, I'm going to do it better. Why not?
Yeah, definitely.
The hit scan specialist has taken down Dyslexia, who does now get rezzed, and we're going to see, I think, a pretty good Widow duel between these two.
Yeah, our special now on this Widowmaker, giving some pressure where there was none. And
I feel like Mashed should switch onto the Pharah
Mercy
as
one
well.
trick caught out of position. And
Our special is 1 HP, he needs some healing.
he managed to pick off Choyobin despite being so weak. And this is something else, display of dominance almost. But then, as I say, that Limerence gets to pick on Tactical Glory. Our special taking down Dyslexia,
Our special gets
winning the duel once again. But no matter how many headshots he gets, how many body shots he gets, Limerence win the ground war, and Dyslexia picks him off once again. But because Deadshot's positioning was so aggressive, he gets picked off. And it's honestly, they're trading picks one by one.
These Widowmakers are just changing the course of this fight.
Yeah.
Jason on this Sigma has been insane as well. He's just been just there when he's been needed.
The entire team of Limerence are all MVP candidates in my book. Like, they've all been playing their roles to like insane degrees, and Florida have only just come alive in this not first round.
I feel like our special has been one of the only people on Florida.
Yeah, one of the bright spots. And now Gibby taking down and now Pix Pix.
Saying that, the pharmacy has been
neutralized,
destroyed. Yeah,
and Immortality out for Tsunami, for Deadshot, sorry, and now they're being forced backwards by the intense pressure. OGC playing right in Dyslexia's face, not allowing him to take that flank. Dyslexia falling to 1 health. Will he get picked off here? Yes, he does. And look, Tsunami is stuck here. He's probably just going to pin out.
Our special has moved off of the Widowmaker onto the Soldier, onto his comfort pick, and I see why. But that means Mashed has an Ashe versus Widow matchup. And I feel like that favors the Widow, especially with the fact that Mash doesn't have a Mercy Pocket with him.
Yeah. And now, Limerence coming into this with 5 ultimates, same as Florida. Florida using Bongo
Supercharge
early.
Being used.
Look where Tsunami is though. Is he going for this flank maybe?
Our special getting an early pick. I wonder if it'll be rezzed yet in the process.
It is, but OGC gets picked on Dyslexia.
Dyslexia. Jason falls.
The hit scan
Mashed with the supercharger has been going crazy.
Choyobin falling low, playing around this chimney thing, I think.
But I feel like now that both teams have 4 ults, I feel like we're about to get into a very messy fight here.
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of ults being used.
And Tsunami has his work cut out for him with the Shatter against double shield, and he may just Jason using ult very early, and Immortality out.
Doesn't get anyone because of the Immortality.
But the Shatter is out, takes down Tactical Broccoli. Broccoli is taken down. Our special does take down 2 with his visor, and Tsunami is falling low, being pressured by OGC and the Zen. He's now forced to back up. Dyslexia picks off Mercy one trick, and Jason walking forward into Gibby's welcoming arms, but the welcoming arms are running away now. Trying to Dyslexia
Mash just comes in and dies.
What goes up must come down, and Dyslexia's bullets is what is coming down. And not as coming in with not as much time as Flora did. Already less time, but it's still respectable.
Yeah, like Florida, they must be comfortable here knowing that they already have the time advantage.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Choyobin with this barrage ready, but the problem is both supports have an Immortality and they have the trans. It's almost impossible to pick them off unless he managed to do some miracles. And now
Window is out, but pushed really far ahead.
Oh, transused, but the barrage has already done too much work.
Yeah. Dyslexia picking off our special as well.
Gibby does pick off Tsunami on the disengage, yeah. Gibby closing in on this
the res coming out. Tsunami's back in the fight. I feel like the reses just haven't been cancelled.
Yeah,
no one's been paying much attention to them.
Stein is just getting away with murder with these reses, right in their faces, giving him a little kiss on the cheek while they res. And now many of the Florida's
the eyes, but
Florida's members
at the moment I think Florida are upping people.
And now it's OGC does pick up Dyslexia
because he's dead.
Yeah, but
Stein's coming out.
Tsunami uses the Shatter but misses. Bongo cancelled.
Perfect. And I think
now
that's it.
Skibby has coming back with his Graphitic Flux, but he can't do it in time. All members lifted up. If he got it in a few seconds early, maybe even a stall longer. But Florida looking comfortable, cozy even, with a 1 minute 38 time difference. And looking stronger now. But
definitely, I think. Well, Limerence are again attacking now, so I wonder will they run the same thing, and if so, will Florida be able to make the necessary switches to counter it? Because that Ryan Sigma, I think, was so much better than the Orisa Sigma that was shown on the defense. Mainly because the Ryan can just stop so much space with his huge health pool, his shield, he's got so much more maneuverability than Orisa does, even though she has the shield, the deployable shield.
And now
But,
it is
I don't know.
Florida on the defense because they have more time, running our special on the Widow immediately, just so Dyslexia doesn't do what he did last time and just, you know, go to town, taking one after another.
Again, I don't like this. I don't like OGC on this Ashe without a
the
Mercy. I
yeah.
think he's like Ashe is kind of like a Widow, but you know, a downgraded version.
Yeah, and
More mid-range.
Oh. Yeah, Choyobin will be playing this. What is it? Sorry.
The Ashe.
Yeah, sorry, my throat is going. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he probably will get this Mercy, but no, I think Stein's going to stick on this Brigitte. Oh,
And
no.
oh, Dyslexia.
That angle is nasty.
Oh, just instant. That was instant. And already,
this flying.
Florida have to back up. They have to back up here. If they push up, they're just going to run into an onslaught.
Choyobin falling low though. OGC taking him for a run, but he's walking back now. 2 spawn, 30 health. Sin Army falling low as well. A lot of Limerence are falling low, and with this Brigitte, not constant heals like the Zenyatta orb, OGC managed to get the pick on the Dyslexia.
I just feel like once Steinsup gets this, the Inspire going, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna leave them unstoppable.
Huge dynamite.
Yeah.
Getting 3 people.
No one really nearing all. As I say, that Sin Army at 72%. Definitely, he's just getting time to swing into this. The picks, and Jason gets rid of the Zenyatta. Not as much damage as that Discord.
It's strange seeing the the DPS mirror with Ashe and Widow.
Yeah.
But Jason taken away. Jason and Troy.
Oh, shot at you. 2 people. Oh, 1 person down. Sorry. And maybe a bit of a waste.
But I mean, with the speed that you can build up,
yeah,
Earth Shatter, it's crazy. He's already on another 25%. But the ult's coming in. I think Supercharger will be the game changer here for Florida. If they can hold with the Supercharger onto
they have the Supercharger and the
Mash
window,
and our special, who's now on the Soldier.
Soldier's been one of his better picks this series, I'd say. He's been doing work
I think he should stay on the Widow though, because now Smash has to deal with Choi Hyobin and Dyslexia, and I don't think that's a good.
Look where Choyobin is. Look at this aggressive angling he's doing, but he gets pressured down by our special falling low. Oh, Dyslexia gets picked down, mashed, but the Graphitic Flux is used, same as Bongo.
Flux,
and
I feel like was used a bit early.
Down.
Granted, they got a pick
no
with
healers alive for Limerence, and now Florida just collapsing in. Jason using his
Mercy releasing his inner Jonak.
Yeah.
And they do leave it just on the streets phase of 2nd point.
Yeah, what I've noticed
this is very winnable for Florida.
Yeah, what I've noticed is these supports have switched roles. Mercy on that Zenyatta with Sword on the Baptiste. This is contradictory to what they were running these last few maps with Sword on the Zen and Mercy on the Baptiste.
Yeah, I guess it just shows their versatility and flexibility on these support characters.
Yeah, and they've seen it's not their day on that character, so they've given it over to the other person, and it's working much better for them. And I feel like that just shows their mental strength, not to just tilt out to the sun at least. Like 3-0 down in the Grand Finals, not even close. Not even close on the last map. Like, you gotta feel for these people.
But I mean, they've kind of just taken it and gone, well, our backs are against the wall. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take a note from Limerence's book and run the Pharmacy, or the Farah, and the Widow. I think either Mash should switch or get a Mercy Pocket. Farah on our own is just a throw pick here.
They're gonna stick to
but
this double hit
switches back to the Ashe.
Steinsup
on this Mercy, I think the pocket to Troy Hyobin will just give them so much,
Yeah, but
so much of an
curious, though.
advantage here.
Curious though, they're not running that Bastion that did them so well. I wonder if that's because they don't feel confident running it because they feel like they'll get countered.
Yeah.
And Dyslexia just kicks off
just
Mashed again.
Instantly.
Yeah, this is honestly.
He's just been insane on this Widow, completely uncontested. I think he's died once in a Widow duel here.
Yeah.
Like in the sniper
But it's because
battle,
he's got
so.
that Mercy helping him out, the reses, and now Mash he can't do anything against it. The hit scan duel between the characters has been won by Limerence. Florida now just have to back out, but they do have the advantage of the bigger time bank. They can afford to lose these fights just to build ults. And our special switching onto the soldier now instead of that Widow. Obviously a comfort pick, but now it leaves Dyslexia uncontested, and with that what is it?
Yeah, just with the good sightlines that he knows how to get, with the technical prowess that he's shown in hitting these headshots, just dink after dink. I just feel like now he's just been.
But OGC gets pick onto Stein early. He's on this flank now.
So there's no mercy now.
Yeah. Both hit scan on this flank. OGC now takes down the
Mash
Ash Mercy combo. Yeah. Immortality used by Limerence just to save their healers.
Mash gets a third.
Yeah, this is
taking matters into his own hands here, and with still 2 minutes left, they're about to capture this first checkpoint.
Enter streets, and already halfway to go until they take this map. But Limerence still have that Bob. They're 70% to Graphitic Flux, 92% to Window. They're definitely not looking out yet. But
if Sword gets a good window off here,
yeah,
and puts it in front of our special and Mashed, I think they can take this map.
Mercy, and our special gets to pick onto Deadshot early.
And he's got that window, but he does get res.
Res is
Bob
used.
comes in.
The pick onto the Mercy though, in exchange for OGC trades his life for it. And this is looking bad for Limerence, but yeah, and now the trans is out.
Good
yeah,
trans.
our special just going in, killing everyone he can see. Look at where he's playing. There's aggressive flank, but Jason does deal with him eventually. But this cart needs to be pushed. It's allowing Limerence to regroup slowly. And Bongo is now out.
Supercharger has been used. Gets taken
But
down
it's
instantly
deleted
though by
immediately.
the Zenyatta.
The Broccoli wins the Orisa battle for the first time in the series. Mercy One Trick takes on Deadshot. The back piece falling. Mercy One Trick getting another
Mercy
kill.
One
Getting
Trick
another
just
kill.
getting three.
Triple. And now supports killing everything. Contradicting their own name. Instead of
Wow,
healing, they're killing.
Sword and Mercy just going insane here.
Looking so strong here. And now Sin Army comes back on this ball
just
for the
Sin
soul.
Army,
And
who just dies to give you
Florida
wills.
take a
and that'll
map.
be it. Florida, they're on the board, they're up and running.
Yeah, now it seems
It's
like a
3-1,
fire's
and
been
just
lit.
that play by Mercy One Trick right at the end there. I love that. The 4K, the inner Jonak, the Kareev, if you will.
He is just Florida coming alive here now. Like they finished that with time, not even OT. Look at that. Like
Nobody saw him. Nobody saw it. Just like just a little Zenyatta. Nobody will care. But no, you need to care.
And
You have to care, especially when it's Mercy One Trick. By the way.
they don't feel a thing. They've just I don't. It just came in, pounded, and yeah.
God damn, that's crazy. The Zenyatta plays was insane. So now we go on to our 5th map.
Yeah, and that will be, what will that be? I'm not too sure.
It'll be Ilios. So we're moving back on the cycle is complete. We're now back onto control.
Are we fully on control now until a victory, or are we going
No.
cycle?
We go around the cycle again.
So it's Ilios, and then it will be not Hanamura.
It will be
Iconward.
Ilios, Iconward, Paris. Paris is in there now,
Paris?
which I think's very controversial. But
Are you sure it's Paris? Is that what it says?
Yeah. Iconward
Uh,
than Paris.
No. But these teams definitely have not practiced Paris, because I know for a fact many teams teams petitioned to remove Paris from the map pool. I'm not going to mention what team because
Or what player?
yeah,
But-
what player. It's possible he's in this very casting team, but I will not.
I don't know, but Limerence said they're ready. We're waiting on Florida.
So
I wonder, can Florida do the impossible? Can they reverse it?
yeah. If they do manage to reverse sweep this, like, I don't know. This is Florida will cement themselves as a really good, like one of the top teams. They've managed to reverse sweep this, not in just skill, but in mental fortitude. Thing we keep mentioning, but it's so important. Teams can fall apart if their mental's not strong. Like, could this, if this does turn into a reverse sweep, we could be in for a very interesting grand finals, and fitting of the name Grand. And are both teams ready?
So at the moment we've gone through the cycle. It's 3-1. We're having a mini half-time break here for both teams to settle down, compose themselves. Limerence just need that one map. Florida, with the daunting task of winning 3 more maps without dropping any.
Could you be
So
a deer?
we'll have 3 minutes of talking.
Well, could you be a deer and like solo cast for like a minute? I need water. I do apologise, but I
That's
really need
fair
water.
enough.
I've
So
been speaking a lot. Back in a second. Hope you enjoy solo
it
casting.
it is very painful on the throat when you talk so much in such a short space of time. But we do it for you. We do it for you watching. Yeah. But this game it's been great so far. So we've seen just Limerence on the first few maps. I feel like Florida weren't into it as much, so Limerence just seemed dominant. But our special is living up to his name as special. He's been going crazy on that hit scan. His soldier is just been crazy. But Dyslexia and Troy Hyobin showing wonders on that Widowmaker. I wonder if our special will stay on the soldier and if the rest of his team can help him. And because I feel like nothing against Florida, they've all been playing and they've all shown moments of insanity where they've been just crazy good. But like our special has just taken the cake for me. If Florida win this, it'll be off the back of our special. But Limerence, just their whole team has just been crazy. They've been insanely good.
Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry I had to leave you. Yeah, if they do win this, definitely off the back of our special. He has just been a monster, but we can't just downplay his team's effort. Once again, Mercy one trick on that Zen. My word, put me out of breath. Not the run up the stairs. Ooh.
But yeah, it's just both teams have been doing insanely well.
Limerence's dominance throughout these first 3 rounds. Is their engine starting to sputter? Because they didn't look like the same team on Junkertown. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Well, we're going into Ilios now, which is a control map, and on Oasis, the first map that we played, it actually looked quite even, and that was when that was the first map, and I don't think Florida were fully like 100% if that makes sense. So I think this is going to be insanely close.
But Ilios is a very good Farah map, and Limerence have shown to be very good at Farah.
Troy Hyobin on that Farah has been crazy good.
Yeah, and now we're just waiting on the Limerence to be ready, and then we're off and at them. They're ready now, so we can start the map, I believe.
Alright, so now we are into the 5th map, the second rotation.
And it is currently 3-1 to Limerence. Florida getting the last map. Could be the start of a reverse sweep. Well, not reverse sweep yet, because it's first to 5, but, you know, here we are.
Oh yeah, I forget, it's first to 4, isn't it?
5.
I mean, first to 5.
Yeah.
I keep on forgetting that this isn't the same as the professional games, where it's first to 4, so I apologise. So, Limerence do need 2 more maps.
But still, it's
but yeah, they still have a 2-map advantage.
And
I really do wonder why they made it first to 5. It just elongates the series, but that is not up to me.
For a reason. got to be grand. It's got to be long. It's got to be So, Florida, like they have a one map leeway to make mistakes, but like still they can't afford it.
Yeah, I think what they want this to be over and done with. I don't think they want a long series because it just takes toll on your mental fortitude. You just need to stay at 100% all the time to not drop. But Shoshioben look to be playing the Pharah, switches onto the Ashe. So they're now playing the Ashe Widowmaker, which we've seen quite a bit.
It will be strange though, not seeing a Widow coming out from the side of Florida, since Widow is so good on this map. And Dyslexia as well on that Widow, he needs to be contested, or he is just going to go and tear through your team. And an early pick here, from that angle he has, could just win first fight for Limerence.
I love the difference in tank line with Limerence running that Ryan Zarya and Florida on the double shield Orisa Sigma.
Look at the angle that Mercy One Trick takes with these volleys. He's trying to get extra damage and he's not just playing that healer role. But as I say that, he could get punished here, and he does.
He does. Jason just picks him off.
And now down a healer, can Florida pull it back? But Dyslexia takes down the only other healer, leaving.
Dyslexia just showing his prowess. Mashed on killing Anna though. Killing Deadshot, like, who does get res.
Red of health right now. He won't be able to get out of this
Jason
alive.
just cleaning up. His Zarya has been just looking cracked against this double shield.
Yeah.
Neither of them can do anything about him.
Tsunami's definitely been proving himself here. Running a Rhine against double shield and doing well. Like that's a tough task in itself, and here he is doing it. Florida definitely need to work on their positioning, especially Mercy One Trick. Like his aggression was
Mercy
working.
One Trick just falls so low there at the start of that fight.
Their aggression was working, but now that Limerence have got an idea of how he's playing, it's getting punished. So yeah, you look at all them playing more careful, more together here, taking this left side of the point. Our special takes down.
Our special gets a pick,
but Nana Boost is used onto Tsunami. He's got that shatter ready, and here he's
and he just goes in. Oh, massive shatter, kill him.
Could
and he's just swing
for the hills,
like he's living in the 20s.
Yeah, he's swinging for the hills, taking down the hills as he goes, winning that fight single-handedly. Like that was lost for Limerence. Like
that nano boost and then the shatter goes crazy.
Like
but OGC Mashed has had enough. He's switching onto the Widow to make it a matchup. Does fall half health.
He may have ruined though his Bob. He had Bob ready nearly, I'm pretty sure. And look at where our special is though. He is way out of position.
And our special just on this soldier looking completely uncontested.
He managed to get out of that, which is like
Yobin tries to switch to the McCree to counter him, but hasn't done anything as of yet.
Mercy One Trick just dinking everyone.
Mercy One Trick, he's going nuts.
Look at that anti though, 4-man anti from Deadshot, but it doesn't do much. And now the point it flipped.
The confidence.
Yeah.
The confidence from Mercy One Trick, I think, has just let him
at this
go
mega health
crazy.
He's just staggering himself. But Limerence in one fight territory to winning his first map on Ruins. The ults that Florida have right now.
Florida won that fight on the backs of our special and Mercy One Trick.
Two players having an outstanding performance right now.
Definitely.
Like they are. It's almost a flat deadlift at this point. Like every player on his back right now.
Close to deadlift, yeah.
And like Mercy One Trick, he is. And now we're going into this fight now. Jason OW falling low.
Mashed gets a pick onto the Lucio. Stansup falls. That's such a crucial pick.
Positioning right now, very aggressive, nearly taking down Broccoli, but Arnfetch taking that flank. Gibby.
Oh, the Nano Ryan gets shot into the air, and this time, no 4K for you.
Yeah, they've become wary of that Reinhardt now. Dyslexia switching on to the soldier, hoping to match our special.
But that just again it leaves this time Mashed just uncontested at this long range angle. I think they need at least one of Shokyobin or Dyslexia on that either Ashe or Widowmaker.
Stein is now on the Baptiste, making compositional changes to almost match them, except with that Ryan Zarya because Sin nearly has that shatter. And should Sin get this shatter off, that's probably a map win.
Well, I
look at where
think
he's playing. Shatter used.
Oh, it's a
taking
big
down
shatter.
two.
He gets 3,
High
but no
noon used by
picks from it.
Choyobin, but he's rocked out of it. What a
Oh, the
massive rock.
accretion from Gibby,
Yeah.
cancelling that Deadeye.
Stein Soup both that piece down, but then again,
Though
our special
Dyslexia
minority shoot down.
showing on this soldier.
Tsunami 1 health. Mercy 1 tricks takes him down. Bongo used by Broccoli, and 99 for Florida right now, but I don't think they can keep this. As Limerence gets more of a footing on the point, Broccoli is 1 health nearly.
Mercy 1 trick, by the way, on his own. Dies. But Florida, they need
Our
to go in,
special,
they need
look
to
where he's
contest
playing
this.
now. He's ready to contest.
He's getting ready to contest.
But he's immediately
And
shut down.
dies
Can anyone
instantly.
touch? Yeah, the Bob is on the point and he can touch for them. Mercy 1 trick nearing this transcendence. Should he touch the point? Someone needs to at least. And 99, 299
Troy
right
Hyobin and Dyslexia just going off the DPS for this team, just looking
Transcendence out for Mercy
uncontested.
1 trick, not able to keep Gibby alive, but our special does take
Saying
down
that.
Dyslexia. I don't think they can hold on to this now, unless no. This
And
is,
I think that's 1-0.
not
And like I
99.
said, it has just gotten so much closer with Florida going in, but someone has left. There will be a pause.
Sword.
Internet problems
pause
he
mid-fight.
showed at the start.
He did pause midway through a fight, so I assumed something was wrong there, but that's a bit unfortunate for them.
Oh wow, some trash talk going in a game
toxicity.
chat.
And yeah, it's quickly joined back, so if we just unpause and
Sword saying he's on 1,000 ping, but one player from the Limerence saying that he's 1,000 SR instead of ping. So a little bit of trash talk going on this grand finals. I like it. I like
he
it.
brings it back though. Rank 1000 in the world, almost a compliment. He's obviously scared. He's taking his words back because he realised it is Sword who is the one lagging, and Sword has been so influential. Like both supports have on the side of Florida, whereas Stein, Soup, and Deadshot have been kind of quiet in terms of plays, I'd say. Well, except Stein with the risky reses. But
Yeah, Stein pulling off the risky reses and Sword. No, it was Mercy, sorry, going off on that Zenyatta, who's now playing Baptiste.
the dive coming out from Limerence, that Diva ball, this is strange, and now
Without
the
a
double
Winston, strange, very strange, but
shield. Oh, and a
Dyslexia,
massive boot by the Barra, taking them off the high ground. This
just no high ground.
This puts him in a bit of a disadvantage, but actually it helps him get onto the point. Sword falling very low, definitely needs heals, and he managed to get onto the point. Look at where Choyobin is playing in this clock tower. Chaotic for me
falls
to try
in.
and Spectre. And
Just
OGC
on the point here,
gets the
he
first
could
pick.
just spray out rockets, but
That
Mash
aggressive-
does kill him with the shotgun.
That aggressive play from the pharmacy cost them, and now just a quick reset. from the back line.
Jason, Overwatch, and Tsunami fall off the map. That may have been a reset. I'm not too sure.
Going for the reset.
But Florida again, first to take this point.
It's
Oh no, they are first to take this point for the first time in the series, I believe.
yes, it tends to be Limerence setting the pace, and Tsunami going for a run through, but he gets stunned, pulled, bullied by the
wonder.
CC.
I'm very surprised at this tank line. Tsunami usually plays a shield tank, but this time it's
and here
not,
we
and
see
his
it. Here we see it
team is
coming
just
out.
falling,
Yeah, the
falling.
Orisa coming out now, obviously realizing, hey, ball isn't
Just-
a good idea.
Kind of, but at the same time, they just gave Florida like 50% of the point,
and now
or maybe even 60.
Look at the tank line difference in ult charge. Broccoli at 70, and GB at 57. Like, just because of that ball diva, they've lost 60% of their point, and the ult charge differences.
I'm not sure that Limerence can come back from this,
But
honestly.
Choyobin
Unless
does have the
Troy
barrage.
Hyobin can, unless he can bring out something special.
Sword
but-
does not have this trans yet, and Mercy One Trick with the immortality, he needs to be clutch with this.
He
and
needs
his
to
team
save it.
His team needs to be clutch with the kills.
Uses the
Look at
window.
where Choyobin is playing. and look at him.
Immortality's been used.
Oh, and
And
it's
oh,
massive
Troy
6K.
Hyobin with the 6k. Oh
his-
my word.
83% though on the side of Florida. This is definitely one fight territory almost. One clean fight for them.
The huge anti-nade forcing out from Deadshot, forcing out this immortality field. We said before the Deadshot hasn't shown much, like anything special, but
two ults,
he
really.
did something crazy there.
Both supporters aren't ready for Limerence right now. Dyslexia nearing that visor, but and Sword is taken down early by Dyslexia, and it's all Florida falling low right now. This poke damage from the Farah and the Soldier just proving too strong, and OGC nearly on that bomb.
Close to the Bob. I feel like if they chuck him Bob, it would help.
6 ults nearly ready for the side of Florida. They are looking strong, but look at Choi Obin's ult charge already, 90% on that barrage, and he gets it, and he just gets picked. Simple as, it's just another Tuesday for Choi Obin, and he goes
and he
again.
Gets another 4, 5, another
wasted.
6k. That's 2 6ks in one round. He has just shown another level.
Yeah, but it could have been. That's a bit of a waste, though, in my opinion. That barrage, like they won the fight, and he just went in there for the style points. Like it was cool.
I mean, it gives them the
but...
whole team reset, which is, I guess, advantaged to Florida, who now have 6 ults.
But they need to get on point though. They're struggling because this bar is just look. Brockley's dead. He's already dead, and OGC as well. And
yeah, after 4 or 5 ults being used there.
4 ults by Florida, and nothing's happened. And Limerence well
and
on their way to winning this. They need a touch.
They need to touch.
Who can touch on the side of Florida? No one, I don't think, unless this Tracer goes full on strength.
I don't think this Tracer can touch. I think that's it. I think that's 4-1.
Tracer may be able to touch. And that is
unlucky, very unlucky.
He was just on the cusp. It is now 4-1
Limerence getting 4-1 up on the back of Choi Hyobin, just absolutely uncontested with 2 6Ks in a single round.
This is probably his
barrage.
That's
crazy.
Oh wait, no. And look, this pick OGC.
I'm pretty sure, this was the second 6K.
He gets the pick onto OGC and then he just goes in.
No one can do anything. Neither.
And can you look at that? 11 barrage kills with only 2 ults. That is
crazy.
That's unheard of. Honestly.
That's very dominance, absolute dominance, because nobody from Florida no one switched, no one tried to counter Choi Hyobin. They mainly focused on Dyslexia on the Soldier.
Yeah, and like he was just getting untouched. Like OGC tried, but without that mercy, what could he do? He was just getting bullied and beaten down. So definitely a problem that was being exploited by Limerence, and now on the final straw, final legs, backs against the walls, Florida now must reverse sweep to win, to even staying alive in this. And is Limerence having a sub? Maybe. It could.
So DJ Weeb the Weeb is now coming in for Dyslexia, so we will be playing the DPS.
Yeah.
Instead of Dyslexia, I wonder.
Maybe
will
he
be showing the Widow prowess?
Do they have a set strategy there?
Maybe.
Okay, DJ cannot play tank. he just in case he does, he can't. But yeah. But I wonder what their strat is though, bringing in DJ. This is curious because if you look at his playtime, I don't see many. There's an Echo there. Maybe they're bringing him for an Echo? Pharmacy Echo?
He played DPS in the semi-finals.
Oh, did he?
Against Raiders, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I didn't notice. I wonder what he plays. Florida now. What?
Everybody ready? We're going into the 6th and maybe is it 6th or 5th? 6th and maybe
Limerence
final
of 4.
map.
And
it's 4-1. So
Florida
this is
1,
map.
and that means there's been 5 games, and now we're going on to another game. So that means it's 6.
That's maths with Connor.
Thank you. My mathematics prowess is unchallenged.
It's crazy. Top 500 maths.
Yeah, top 1 in Europe. And
So
this
I
map
wonder,
is
will we also be on that hit scan, or will he be playing a projectile role? Because we've seen Shoyhoben be able to do both
yeah,
with the
and
Widow and the Pharah.
no, a ball on defense from Sin Army. I'm
A
not gonna.
ball, Saria.
This is
That
ambitious.
comp. I mean, they may have a set strat going on here, Jason.
Oh god.
Jumping off the map.
He's got to be
Maybe a
switching. Are
bit-
they running dive on
Maybe a tad of
defense? They're all.
showboating. I'm
Is
not
there
even sure.
is there a problem? Pause. You need to pause.
So, I've just received news that
Yeah.
we have to
DJ.
come out of it.
Yeah. DJ cannot.
DJ
play.
is unable to play.
I still keep thinking we're going off last season's SR.
Yeah. So
That's my bad.
apologies to everybody watching. So, who will come in?
It's probably they're probably going to bring in what is it? The name's gone from my head.
Well, you thinking dyslexia? You trying to bring him
Dyslexia.
back in?
See, dyslexia. I have dyslexia. Match made in heaven.
So at the moment, Limerence, they do not have a sub ready.
Um,
Both players on their bench are unable to play.
Yeah.
Ferez
Alatar.
Alatar
Can't say I know who that is.
is now coming in, and I feel like he is definitely eligible to play the DPS role.
Yeah, and he seems to be a Genji player, projectile almost. I see Florida. If they win this map, though, they're chucked into the world of Paris, and do they want that? Like, do they even want to play Paris? Is the question. Because I don't think many teams in their scrims practice Paris, mainly because it's not in the map pool. And it hasn't been in the map pool for so long, and not even competitive rotation, so... Alright, Dyslexia is coming back in 5 minutes, which is the maximum.
So there will be a little break, and like you did
Pause.
to me before, I shall be going to get myself a beverage.
So I get to solo cast. Thank you, thank you.
Good luck.
Be quick, I ran as well. Okay, so Limerence, they on that defense, they were definitely running that balls area. It was just a mishap where DJ could not play. Whereas Florida looked like they were ready to run the double shield on the attack, like they have been doing this entire series. Not really switching up by any means. That's something they've stuck through and through, despite going down 3. They still stuck with it. They won Junkertown with that double shield bastion, which it's a weird comp. The bunker comp not seen much, but it obviously threw Limerence off guard, and that's why it could only be used once. But they still pulled through with the amazing plays from both. Sword, Mercy. Everyone in Florida played insane on Junkertown, but Ilios, Limerence came into their own with that Far and Mercy, looking close on Ruins, but on Lighthouse, like Choyobin's 2 6Ks and in 2 barrages, he got 11 kills, and it's something else. I'm not going to lie. It was a monstrous performance from Choyobin. And our special and OGC couldn't really do much against it because they didn't have the sightlines, and whilst they did, they were taking him down.
You're talking about the Farah.
Yeah, on Ilios.
Yeah, it was just they didn't have the opportunity because they had the Farah up top poking
And they didn't
down,
have
but
that
they also
mercy
had
to help out.
the 4 other people on the ground.
Oh god.
So I guess it's just a game of like, who do you focus really?
Yeah, because if they focused Choyobin, Dyslexia was in there. If they focused Dyslexia, Choyobin's there. And if they try and focus them both, then they're crossing their eyes and looking up and down and doing a circle, and then Sin Army's coming in, swinging for the hills. It's like
Exactly.
it's like a quadruple edged sword, where it's like a Beyblade. You can't grab it because you're gonna get cut either way. And they managed to somewhat grab the monster that is Limerence on Junkertown by surprise with a cheese comp. I'm wondering, what if they run another cheese comp and just hope for the best? Like, because it obviously took them off guard, judging by the time bank they got away with, and it definitely gave them a lot more spark, I'd say.
And Dyslexia has returned. Therefore, and I think it's just on time they maybe have gone slightly over the time limit, but it's the grand finals, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to see an uneven fight? Do you want to see an uneven fight? That's boring.
Yeah, boring.
Jeez. So we are going into, again, I'll repeat what we said, going into Icon World, our 6th map. It is currently 4-1 to Limerence. They're on match point. If they win this, they win. They win tier 2.
Yeah, they just win. They win.
They
life.
get a roll. They get a roll in the server.
Yeah, and they get a fancy
whether that's a suitable prize, you can decide for yourself.
They get no money, no actual physical prize, but they get a sticker on Discord.
They get bragging rights.
They get bragging rights.
I feel that's what it's for. That's what it's for. That would what it'd be. That's what it would be for me.
Now we see the actual comp they're running on Icon World, Ryan Zarya. Choyobin coming in on that Junkrat though. This is something we haven't seen.
I mean,
from
it's
him.
a very spam, very spam heavy.
The only time we saw this from him was when they were on Junkertown trying to counter that Bastion. So I wonder how this is going to go.
We only saw that for a little bit. But Mashed is now on the Farah.
Yeah,
and
OGC
is playing Mercy. So
if OGC sticks as Farah, it's up to Dyslexia without a Mercy pocket, by the way, to take him down.
And then you've still got our special on the ground too, which has just shown what he can do in this series.
And now,
so I think at the moment Florida have just a giant advantage. Just even with the tanks, the double shield is so much better here on this map.
And the way Florida are playing, the way Sin Army's playing though, is aggression, forcing them back with his team beside him, keeping him alive, keeping him like pumped. And Sin Army does take down Mercy one trick though, forcing Florida backwards.
Yeah, against all odds, they do win the first fight.
Yeah, and Choyobin does get picked though.
Contrary to what we just said.
Choyobin does get picked though.
This gives
him the chance to switch over to a hit scam, which do they really want? Yeah, see.
I feel like switching to the Ash.
So maybe picking that Junkrat was the worst thing they could have done, because if they forced him to stay on Junkrat and like it just gave
it's what do you
Stein
want? Do you want the
getting
ult
picked
charge
early,
or?
no Mercy to res him, so they're going into this already with a less healing. OGC getting another pick on
Mash getting a second.
OGC
can he replicate just a standout performance by Choyobin on Helios?
Yeah,
can he replicate that here?
He's looking in his mirror and he's flexing his muscles, trying to copy Choyobin on Ilios, and he gets picked off.
And
though,
as he is flexing his muscles, he did not see the big muscly Zarya behind him.
Yeah, he flexed his muscles too hard, he couldn't see. And now this OGC does come back though, he's a 76 barrage. All ults coming through for Florida, whereas on the side of Limerence it's only, well I say only, the Graviton, Surge, Shatter and Window is ready. Which isn't something to be laughed at.
Again on this brig, I don't know why. I don't know what it helps Limerence with. I mean, if they've practiced it, fair enough. But
Shatter used, only taking down Gibby.
Getting one, and the
Gibby is taken down though.
Good lamp.
Yeah, the pressure by the front line of Limerence is too much. He just crumbles under the pressure. Our special trying to run away, but here he is.
Trying to back out, but he
Sin Army just bumping into him, chucking him on the floor, not letting him out.
Sin Army like that, the guard outside of the club, just not let him in. Not letting him in.
And now 6 ults ready for Florida. This is looking like an easy win.
We've seen this
but
multiple times here. They kind of save up till they get 6 ults,
and it
which
doesn't even guarantee them fight wins
time,
though. And look at this, it's used already.
Massive.
And Jason Zarya falling low.
1 HP.
OGC uses barrage, takes down 1, and opens up the fight for the rest of his team, giving his life, so people will die.
But everybody else is dead.
And can Jason die here? Jason does die. Jason and our special trading final blows, but the final blow does not matter for the Resurrect is ready. And these convoluted metaphors that I'm spewing out right now are a cause of casting 5 games
in a row. But
and
dyslexia just goes nuts.
high noon news. Mercy Wanting though cancelling the high noon.
Wow.
And now to
Just the triple dink.
Look at the supports for Limerence playing in the back line and shatter out by Tsunami, but no one hits no one. Art Special using his visor, finding no one, I don't think. Mercy One Trick rolling down Choi Obin, getting both supports
Choi just getting kill after kill.
That was a strange play from Limerence though. Like they had both supports on this high ground, and it worked because they just pinched it in. And
I don't know, but it won them the fight, and all ults now have been used for Florida.
Yeah.
And even worse, just salt in the wounds. Dyslexia is on this Widowmaker. Ring the alarm bell.
And although, if they can go in quick enough, they can catch the Zen off guard. Because look where he is. He's just coming back now, and if he decides to go through castle, ooh, could they catch him here?
They're going up high ground to try and
they can
catch up
the
the
Zen.
hit scans who do fall.
No, but
Jason falls. That's great.
They don't notice the Zen though. And look at Deadshot. He's there. He catches OGC, but OGC just says not today. The jump scare is not for me. And Tsunami, he's got the immortality trying to sneak him alive, but it's doing
kind
nothing.
of just delaying the inevitable
it's
there.
prolonging his death.
And our special just wipes him out.
And look at where Dyslexia is playing.
But
Dyslexia was going there trying to get a pick off before he died, but evidently our special didn't want that happening, and he just cancelled the pick. And I don't think anyone can touch here, so they just stroll into point C.
They did deplete the time bank a little bit.
Yeah, look at where our special is. Look at our special's aggressive positioning though. Like he is just. Oh, I say that though. Mercy One Trick does get picked off, and
our special he just goes so aggressive on this Soldier 76.
Yeah, Mercy One Trick probably needs to be more careful because he keeps getting picked every fight first, and our special dies. The pin by Tsunami, giving him a big old hug. And now Florida just have to wait, play the waiting game.
Dyslexia on the Soldier to try and show our special who's alpha.
And Gibby with this accretion, Graphic Flux ready.
Could be huge.
Once again, 6 ults coming in for Florida, whilst Limerence only have 4, and Visor used by our special, going for anything, anyone, but he gets picked. Shatter out, gets free, alongside Mercy One Trick. Mercy One Trick gets pinned into the backline.
During that Visor.
And now Sword is the only healer using Valkyrie when he really shouldn't have, and it's looking. It's almost looking
again,
dire
Limerence
here.
win another fight.
Mercy One Trick switching onto that Anna instead of the Baptiste, which is strange to. Oh no, switching back.
Just for resetting the ult,
OGC though picked off a spawn, he can't even get out.
You have to feel bad. No mercy to res, they just need to wait it out.
But Choi Obin does get picked off by Sword, just dinking him triply.
Who does have a mercy, evidently, to res him back up.
And now our special falling low, definitely needs heals now. And
trying to go from this off angle from his team.
Yeah, he's playing the main, and now Bongo used, but grab out.
Huge grab, getting 5.
Oh, and it's a big shatter.
Was it needed
gets
though?
4. Was it needed? That's the question. They used grab and shatter, and
did it? Yeah,
Florida's
true.
still getting picks here though, but they're too low to actually engage on it. So they've got to back out.
Just back out. You need to back out. I feel like in this situation you drop the Zenyatta in favour of somebody like a Lucio to just get the speed and just rush. Put some shields in their faces.
To switch off double shield might be the cost to them. They might eat their own hubris. They've been. Oh, and our special just runs into a wall. Maybe some connecting problems. Maybe something.
Maybe.
No word of it's come through though, so it appears he just made a misplay.
No, he's running fine now.
Okay, definitely misplay then.
Dyslexia using that tac visor.
And he does get a pick onto Tsunami though. Dyslexia getting 2 pick though.
Now it's 5 and 3.
Yeah, Dyslexia coming into his own now. Our special was the star soldier almost, but now it's coming into Dyslexia's game. He's coming alive.
I feel the resurrections for Limerence just have not been counted enough, and that's causing them to win the fight.
He was over aggressive there, further than the choke, and now big effect. No Baptiste to save them from it.
It's bubble just in the air. He just bubbles.
But look at
That's all he
Jason.
needs.
He's nearly got grav. He's 90%. Should he stay alive
Our
here? He can
special.
definitely get... Our special
Using
low
this
health though.
tag
Definitely
visor.
needs heals. The attack visor saving him from inevitable death. Not attack visor. The healing saving him from inevitable death. Window out used. Look at Tsunami's ult. Look at Jason's ult. 2 ults ready. No E on the side of. And the trans is
again,
massive,
a massive trans, but
and
the
Tsunami's not alive
the
to drop that shatter.
transcendence coming out.
Yeah, Choi Oben gets big on the Archbishop. Choi Oben gets big on Gibby. Choi Oben getting a
And
free
Choi
kill. No one can touch the
Hyobin
point.
Just
and
has
it's
had
just,
enough. He's like, nah. What do you think this is? You think you're gonna complete Icon Ward? You think you're gonna do that? No.
It isn't his
He
first
says
rodeo.
It is not his first rodeo.
And he is just. Oh, my throat hurts.
Just kill, kill, kill.
He's speaking red rum to his team. His team does not know what he's saying. He is transcended beyond the mortal realm.
He has been possessed.
He has been possessed by the god of murder.
A higher entity.
Yeah, and now it is Florida on the defense. I have sneak suspicion they're going to run that soldier. Our special seem to be favouring that soldier throughout the series. And there it is.
He's back onto it.
Pause.
Sword is gone
internet
again.
connection once again. This is becoming a reoccurring theme.
But now he only has 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes. That is a shame.
He left the first time. That was 5 minutes. He leaves a second. It's 2. If you leave a third, well then,
ouch.
Good luck playing one player down. But he is back now.
Okay, so that was a quick join. It was just a quick accident. And yeah, this Fire coming out by OGC. He's gonna be facing off against Choi Oben though. It's gonna be a task for him actually, because Choi Oben has been showing a deadly Fire in my opinion. Yeah.
So yeah, this is crazy. This is the first time in 6 maps that we've seen both teams play Fire against each other.
Yeah, it's always been one against like. Either Choi Oben plays as Fire for a round or OGC players, and it's never been the same, which is curious because both, capable Fire players.
So now we see the real 1v1.
Yeah, and now they're going to be pressuring each other.
Dogfight in the sky.
Dogfights, battle of Britain, but it's the battle of Icon Water.
The battle of Icon World. It could be, yeah.
And the ult charge difference though, 4% for Choi Oben. OGC get 32. It just shows the pressure he's been given. But OGC, he's just taken down.
Oh, but Choi Hyobin just hit.
Yeah.
Hit dead.
Just as I was singing his praises.
Surviving, boy.
Our special
just he doesn't like the fact that
Tsunami just going in, swinging, gets a free K off the back of that Mercy pocket. No one can escape his wrath.
He gets
special
4.
And
he just flexes his muscles. What? Nah.
And he now has that shatter available.
He's got the home advantage. It's on his home turf. He knows the ins and outs.
And now,
of this
for
place.
the first time in the series, except for a stall on Volskaya, we see the Ryanzari coming out from Florida.
Oh yeah.
Could this be the thing that changes it? Could this be the thing that wins them the series?
Could this be their trump card?
Yeah, the score is currently 4-1 to Limerence. They win this map, they win the series, and it's looking very strong here. 5 minutes on the.
And just look how far Tsunami just with full trust, just holding,
pushing forward on his analog stick. There you go.
Just holding W, just pushing forward, complete trust in his team.
Yeah, like,
and
look
he's
at how
just
far
killing everything.
Oh, look at Tsunami.
He's pushed him back into their spawn.
Look at Tsunami. He gets away with this.
Oh, is he gonna get this?
Oh no.
He's blended in.
And it's a shot. Both DPS down.
And
Choi Oben comes in, but Jason is taken down though. Same with Choi Oben.
Yep. Mercy one trick does get a but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now Tsunami takes him off the map.
That's fair.
Wait, Gibby, sorry. Gibby takes him
off the map, and I feel
desperation almost. Like he he can't win that, so he just takes him off. Our special uses Visor. Where is he?
In his own spawn. To try and rid everybody of staying there.
I think he had a misclick. So, and yeah, that's a. Oh no, this
Very
is not looking good
unlucky.
for Florida here. Last stretch, final stretch, hoping for the best. Gibby takes down Deadshot, but the rest of his team is dying around him. Choi Orbin,
Troy
free.
Hyobin just another 3.
Yeah,
he's
3
he's
kills
just
for his
looked
man.
incredible on this Sparrow.
As we near the possible end, I feel like we should start discussing MVP candidates. It's a bit difficult, isn't it?
At the moment, for me, it has to be Troy Hyobin. In the second half of this series, he has just been crap.
Yeah, he just came alive. But
Granted, everybody on Limerence has had their own special moment.
yeah, see that's the problem though. Everyone's been playing so well, it just makes it so difficult. See,
So, just
personally,
again, Troy Hyobin kill. It's looking like it's
grab
curtains.
out. It only finds Zen, but it's all they need. It's a shatter out, but it's not
Gibby
enough.
Wills
We're
gets
nearing the
nano, but
stretch.
he
Everyone's
dies.
dying around him. This
This
can't
is
be
it.
happening. OGC needs to get the touch in on this Tracer, and he can touch. He gets touch. It's
He gets
0.38.
the touch.
He won't live long enough, and it's Limerence
Tsunami
taking
says
the
no.
win.
Limerence 5, Florida failures 1, and that is
That's our end. And on it. Now we have to get into it. Who do we give the MVP? See, it's so difficult because
it's very difficult. Like
all the while Troy Orbin had his play, I'd say Jason consistently just always with his team, always playing well. Tsunami had the flash of players, but Jason was just playing like just a monster. His Sigma play, his graphitic fluxes, his eats, his shielding it's.
I feel like granted all of that, but Troy Hyobin on that Farah. No, like especially like just on Ilios Lighthouse.
Farah play, definitely. And
unheard of. So he gets my vote if you want to agree.
yeah, I'd say Choi Orbin. He was playing out of his mind like a monster. He couldn't be stopped. He was uncontrollable. And
so now we go in to interviews. We're interviewing both captains and the MVP.
Yep.
So Steinsoup, OGC,
and
Troy.
Oh. You got a feel for Florida though. They have
Yeah,
come so far just to get beaten.
I feel so bad for both our special and
Mercy One Trick because they just played out their minds.
It did.
And Steinsoup is now in here. We're gonna wait for Choi Orbin. Yep, and Choi Orbin is here.
Troy Orbin's in.
And Steinsoup has left the group. Invite OGC.
Alright. Wait. No, Mashed needs to join. There we go. Okay, so just wait for them to get into team
Choi
chat.
Orbin's here.
Into group chat, sorry.
Alright, OGC is here.
DB Broccoli MVP, let's go.
Huh?
DB Broccoli MVP, let's go. Okay.
Alright. Party.
So, congratulations.
Steinsoup's not here yet, I don't think.
Nee, Digga!
Hello?
Alright,
Yo.
are we all here? Is everyone here? Everyone he's meant to be here. Okay, he's back. He's Adam Madden, but we're here for questions. Mainly, I just want to ask OGC. I know it must feel bad after every map getting close. The prospect of a reverse sweep to be shut down. How does that feel? Not to rub salt in the wound or anything, but.
I mean, we played well. We didn't get that tilted like as we thought we would.
Yeah, so was it?
We didn't give up easy. At least.
Alright, Hotbar's got his own job now, just kicking everyone. Okay. Okay. Alright, boys, let's calm down a bit.
DJ is capped, by the way, too. Just saying.
Oh, DJ's can't. Okay.
Alright.
They can come in after he's had the interview and having a party, okay? But.
Okay.
Um.
Wait a second. I'm going to tell them one
Alright.
thing.
Yeah. Cheers, man. I appreciate that.
Because he's having trouble.
What's happening? Right
Okay,
now?
I told them they're happy now.
Okay, they're happy.
They're very.
Okay, they're very happy. Okay, good. Now we can get on to questioning. And
Yeah.
okay.
Clearly.
So Steinsoup and Choi Orbin. Okay, and we're out of it. Yeah. Okay.
One sec, I'm opening a loot box.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm ready.
So, congratulations to Limerence IGO.
IDO.
So,
Thank you.
what were your thoughts coming into this game?
The thoughts were kind of so-so. I mean, we had the win mentality, but we also were like, okay, everyone has to play off-road slow except me. That's kind of weird, champ. But it worked out,
Very
so
weird, champ.
easy.
Yeah. So,
Mashed, what about you?
We came in like not confident, but we didn't think we were gonna get rolled. We thought that at least we had like a chance and we could definitely win it. But we definitely knew it was gonna be hard.
So, what are your thoughts? You're 3-0 down, you're going into Junkertown. What pushed you to win that map?
We just because after second map, after we lost third map, I think, we kind of because those two first or second map we were not talking a lot and we were not listening to comms. And then third map we began doing that, and then yeah, I guess we just flushed up.
Fair enough, very nice, very nice. Steinsup, and on that final map, what pushed you to win? What, like, on Icon World, that final push, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking? Yeah, let's win this. Let's bring this.
What were, like, the comps like on your team? Were you, like, crazy into it? Were you calm and relaxed?
You mean the last meters?
Yeah, like the last fight.
Yeah, we were all like, oh, nice, we won, boys, let's go.
So it wasn't
Nice.
chaotic as your players appearing, seem and keep joining, almost excited. So
I don't know, yeah, like, and then when there was the victory thing, it was just all mics. It was like only exploding. It was kind of hurting my ears, but
I
Fair
yeah.
enough, fair
I
enough.
do feel for you. I do feel for you.
How I'm feeling? I'm good. It's very nice to win these, so yeah.
Must be,
No,
must be.
but
Rebel is begging to be interviewed. Is he technically the captain? So are we gonna indulge on that?
He's
or-
got my inactive captain.
yeah.
So Rebel,
But,
have to say.
Choi Hyobin, so you've been selected as MVP for your
Thank you.
just killer fire, man. Like, it's the second half of that series, you just were unkillable. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Especially the double 6K on Lighthouse.
Yeah,
So
I have to say that
congratulations.
the hit scans on the side, because they were playing quite a lot of double hit scan, playing Ash and Soldier. The Soldier especially was quite good from
Especially, yeah.
Florida. Yeah, from
He
Florida
was
Failures.
crazy good.
His flanks were getting us like quite a lot of the time, and those were lots of the fights they won off the back of his flanks. But we decided to switch to more of a comp where we rotated away from his flanks in a way that he couldn't get as much value.
Yeah.
And that's when we started to be able to continue like getting picks even though he was flanking.
Yeah, because it was always the same, you know, and after 2 times or 3 times you can just predict it, and there was like on the first map on Ilios, or was it the second? Third? I don't know, especially on Ilios, on the ruins. I mean, he got us like 2 times there with the flanks on Soldier,
Yeah.
but after that we just know what he will do, and
Kinda predictable, right?
very predictable.
Yeah, like for
absolutely.
example, the Icon World third point defense, he played continuously up on that like little
On the
bar
little
area.
ledge.
Yeah, and after the first time when he did that, I could see he was going to repeat it, so I camped there and called for bubbles. And even though he solo used his ult on me, I could still kill him because I had bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
we all just we know then that he will come up there. He will get big value if he are doing nothing there, and that's why I kept healing Choi back there, and he was getting a bubble, and yeah, it was done. He can't do shit then, and after that we can just roll up the fight.
Yeah, it worked. It definitely worked. So, Connor, you have any questions?
Yes. Do you know on Junkertown? This is for Limerence, Choi Obenstein.
Huh?
What were your thoughts when they rolled out with that Bastion comp and proceeded to storm
Let's
through
go.
to point C?
Yeah, that caught us a lot off guard. So we were expecting, because OGC had played the Ashe and the Pharah quite a lot, for more of that like squishy like style. So I was on the Widow there, and after they rolled out on double shield Bastion, I couldn't do anything on Widow. I think I got 1 pick, and then we had like lost almost all of the space by the time that they rolled into second point. and we didn't have any ult advantage because we didn't do any damage to them on third point, which caused them to roll all of second and most of third as well because they had the ult economy advantage.
Okay.
I just want to say one thing. I don't know who it was, because you and Slex were changing off the trading widows. That one place, right? When we were attacking, I think it was the last attack. When I was Ash, you kept on headshotting him on widow. You tilted me.
Yeah, dyslexia. That's dyslexia.
Bringing up the
Very specialized on widow.
Bringing up the Bastion, I have another question. Was it planned? Was it something you did in scrims, or was it just we're losing, we're 3-0 down, we just gonna do it?
Now we're just like, we can still win this, just take out the Bastion for fun.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that clearly didn't range through. So
Yeah, and
again,
we
congratulations.
when we saw the Bastion, we were kind of joking around, and that's why we got rolled the first 2 points.
Yeah.
It was kind of embarrassing, but yeah, we wrapped this up the other points, so
Yeah,
the other
it
maps,
was
so
good.
we don't care.
Pretty dominant performance, so 5-1 at the end of it. Congratulations. Unlucky, Florida. You had some great plays, like Mercy One Trick on that Zen. Just the inner Jonak. Just, it was crazy. The 4K, was it, on Junkertown? It was great.
Yeah, there was many times.
Very
many
enjoyable
players,
to cast.
Many players just transcended human capability. Like, both sides just had insane performances, but it was Limerence that pulled through in the end, getting more so.
So,
I just,
go on.
I thought my Ash was pretty good.
It was, but so thank you for joining us for an interview.
Go on.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Okay, see you boys, good night.
Why do you have to be mad? I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Goodbye, and